Hello, and welcome to this lesson on intellectual property. I'm Seth Valetich, the Scholarly Communications Librarian at the Colorado School of Mines. Before we get started, I want to clarify what this lesson is not. I am not a lawyer, and anything that I talk about in this lesson should not be considered legal advice. I don't just say this as a way of avoiding legal confusion or potential lawsuits. Intellectual property is complicated. Beyond lacking the appropriate qualifications, this is a single lesson on what is a complete legal specialization. Even if I were a legal scholar, I could not cover the entirety of intellectual property in this lesson. Further, intellectual property laws vary from country to country and sometimes even more granularly by local governments. So please take this lesson for what it is, an introduction to a complex topic designed to provide some basic information and also a springboard for further exploration. So then, what is this lesson and why might it still be useful and relevant to you? Well, this is a very broad overview of intellectual property with some definitions of common types of intellectual property you're likely to encounter throughout your careers. I'll speak a bit about some of the scope and limitations of intellectual property, so you know what might and might not be covered by intellectual property laws. I will also cover some of the ways intellectual property and the governing laws impact you as consumers and producers of intellectual products. Along those lines, at the minimum, I hope you walk away with a couple skills after participating in this lesson. First, I want you to understand broadly your rights as producers of information. You all produce information of some type. That information is protected. Second, I want you to be able to use some of this knowledge and skills in practical ways. As this lesson is geared towards graduate students, I would like you to be able to understand the basics of obtaining permissions to reuse copyrighted materials. I know that many of you will face the hurdle of obtaining permissions for any substantial content you are reusing, including large portions of text or figures when writing and submitting your theses, dissertations, or journal manuscripts. I hope to preempt and lessen some of these hurdles by exploring some strategies and tools to help you get permissions from copyright holders. This material is dense. I have broken it into short videos and relevant activities. While I do my best to provide information that I believe most of you will find valuable throughout this lesson, I recognize that some of you may need or want to go to a specific section to learn about the aspects of intellectual property most relevant to your work. If this is the case, I have tried to organize this lesson in a way that allows you to independently explore those components you believe will be most relevant to you.